What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so before I get into this video, I want to give a shout out to Matthew Peters for the donation to the channel via the PayPal. Much respect to you for showing love, and I saw your post. I replied to it today, and I just want to reiterate, yeah, man, I could see back then, I know you said that I seem to be rather prescient about the eventual rise of the OKC Thunder. You could see it, man. You could see it from the development then of Shea when he was younger. You could see from all of the first round picks that they've had going all the way into 2029 or maybe even the 2030s. The smart free agent signings they've had. Presti's been a magnificent general manager. You could see that this franchise was going to rise. I just didn't think it was going to be this fast. I didn't think it was going to be to 2025 that they would be the cream of the crop as far as the NBA. But yeah, this team's future is bright. And I think they're going to get this. If they make the right picks, everything goes right, they could be a dominant franchise like the Spurs were. They could be in that trajectory, in my opinion. But anyway, salute to you, man, and all of you who have been subscribed to this channel and support this channel. Look, I got to talk about this Shannon Sharpe thing, man, because this just been really gnawing at me, man. Let me say this first. You can make a strong argument that Shannon Sharpe forgot or may have forgotten who he is and the advice. When I say who he is, meaning that you're a black man in this country. Okay, you're a prominent black man in this country. And not only do you have to worry about the powers to be coming at you, you have to worry about, unfortunately, people that look like you, who you want to think are your friends, who you want to think support you, but they're at times even worse than the other man. So he totally forgot the advice that, or the warning, I guess I should say, that Cat Williams gave him last year. Okay, they're gonna start coming at you now, and that's exactly what's going on. Now people are gonna say, "Oh, well, you're trying to absolve Shannon Sharpe of any presumed or possible crime. He hasn't committed any crimes." That's what's pissing me off about this situation. Now it's illegal for a 57 or whatever year old man to have sex with a 20-year-old. It's not. It's not illegal. It doesn't matter what your moral opinion is. Law, when it comes to legalities, it's not illegal. It's just interesting to me how so many of these guys on here who, or all over social media, who were so quick to defend Josh Giddey, right? When he broke the law, but you guys would say, "Oh, well, he didn't know." Well, he didn't know how old she was. Well, we know how old this girl is. She's overage. So it doesn't matter. And quite frankly, I could care less what Shannon Sharpe is doing. I could care less who he's having sex with. I can't help but think, man, this is further evidence of the effeminization of our society, man. Only cackling hens care about this type of shit, man. Cackling hens. Who gives a fuck who he's having sex with? That's his personal life. That's another thing. These tapes, these recordings, whatever you want to call it, these were never meant for public consumption. This was one person violating the trust of another, secretly recording them in intimate moments, in intimate settings, and then disseminating in an ultimate plot to extort millions of dollars from that person. That's what this is. Yeah, I heard what Shannon Sharpe said. On the surface, yeah, it sounds bad. It does. But you know what, man? If anybody has been able to record what I've said on phone calls over the past 10 or 15 years, you'd be surprised how horrible some things I may have said have sound out of context. I don't play that game, man. I don't like this thing now. We're getting into a territory now where we're judging people based off of audio, 10-second snippets, out of context. Instead of looking at what that person has achieved or have done over the entirety of their life. It's already been established that this girl seems to be into role play. Like Shannon Sharpe said, play the whole tape. Don't just put out snippets, carefully edited snippets to make me look bad. Play everything. We already seen the text messages. If he did grape you, then why were you still trying to consummate a relationship months afterwards? As recently as just January. It doesn't make any sense. If anybody used their common sense, this whole thing is bull. It's bull. And I'm not the biggest Shannon Sharpe fan in the world, man, but at some point, man, enough is enough. This is nothing but a witch hunt against black men. No matter how people want to spin it, shift it around, do whatever mental gymnastics you think, this is nothing but another attack on black men. And by the way, I heard this from another channel today, and he's 100% correct. This is nothing but yet another distraction tactic, because the story that they've been wanting to push was the Karmelo Anthony thing, the Karmelo Anthony Austin Metcalf story. But they can't push that anymore because now it's become apparent that those boys were in the wrong. They got the tapes. They just don't want to put it out there because, see, it doesn't bode well as far as criminalizing Karmelo Anthony, which they've tried to do. Then they went out there and some of these irresponsible content creators co-signed it without doing their fucking facts checking. But, you know, some of them who look like us or me, but will, you know, sell their own mama out for a fucking YouTube check, didn't even bother to look into the fact that the Anthony family hadn't spent any of that money. And the vehicle and home that they were talking about, they've been living in those homes. But whatever racist, stereotypical spear tactic they can use to try to get you to convict this boy, who, by the way, they only was using mugshot photos of him, even though there's plenty of photos of him with his family and graduation photo. Now the evidence has come out. They lost interest. Why? Because they want to always have a black man as a villain. It sells because this country's racist as hell. So now they picked up on the Shannon Sharpe situation, and they're going to convict him in the court of public opinion, which I don't even know what the hell the crime is anymore. Because I don't think that she has any credibility, this Jane Doe, well, former Jane Doe. She has really no credibility. I know we're not supposed to 304 shame, but come on, man. What are we doing here? What are we doing in our society, man? can't sit up there and initiate a certain set of rules for one group of men, and that men being black men, but everybody else can do what they want to do. Al Pacino can be in his 80s and date somebody in their 20s. Robert De Niro can be in his 80s and date somebody that's in their 30s. Bill Belichick can be in his 70s and date somebody in their 20s. Tony Busby can be a hypocrite and have multiple allegations against him by several women, including giving one STDs, and the media doesn't put any of that stuff out there. But anything with a black man, we're always put out there. And don't even get me started on the fact that some black content creators are out there using photographs of Shannon Sharpe, and cropping them to re-emphasize the big black brute stereotype that we used to see all the time in racist newspapers in the 19th or early to mid 20th century. All for a check, all for revenue, all for clicks, likes, and views. I'm so disgusted right now with our society, man. You know, it don't make any sense, man. The same people who were defending Donald Sterling, saying, oh, that girl was recording what he said in the privacy of his home. That wasn't meant for public consumption. There was truth in that. But now magically you can't see that argument here. Oh no, Shannon Sharpe is the big black buck that needs to be broken. Black people celebrating his downfall, want to see his downfall, live to see other black people fall. Crabs in a barrel mentality. And that was displayed by Stephen A. Smith the other day. Well, Shannon, you know, I use you for your views, but you're on your own, brother. You know, he only sticks out his neck for Jerry Jones and James Dolan by not even talking about the scandals involving him or Vince McMahon or Dana White. Those are only people that he's, those are the only people that he will shuck and jive for. But Shannon Sharpe, Michael Irvin, it's a PR matter. It's out of my hands. So I don't give a damn what they put out there at this point. I don't care, because at this point, I don't even trust it. With the AI technology they have, I don't trust nothing no more. And if you think I'm being racist, I don't give a damn. I honestly don't care. I don't care, because I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. You can unsubscribe from me, keep it there, keep it moving, and go somewhere else, because you don't see things the way I see them. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the double standards. I'm sick of these egregious rules that's placed upon black men that don't exist for anybody else. Charlie Sheen gets to spread the monkey, if you know what I mean, to scores of women, and he's celebrated. Nothing. Charlie Sheen gets to shoot his ex, Kelly Preston, back in 1990, and his career progressed. But Shannon Sharpe says something or brags about bagging an Instagram model, his career need to come to an end. If you don't get the fuck out of my face,